Hi, I'm Tiffany Fykes, and I am unpacking today all the different ways that you can sell a house. Why am I qualified to talk about this? I have done it all the different ways, and so I'm going to tell you the truth about the advantages, the disadvantages of all the different ways that you can sell your house. So let me go through them really quickly, and then I'll tell you stories. So number one, you can sell your house by owner, which means you don't engage a real estate agent. You just put your home on the market yourself. You try to sell it, you negotiate yourself, you get to closing. Number two, you can sell your house through an auction. That is exactly what it sounds like, where people bid on your house. Number three, you can sell your house with a real estate agent, but off market, which means it never really hits the multiple listing service and it never really hits the market. And number four, you can do the traditional retail sale of your home with a real estate agent on the market. So let's quickly run through this. Number one, our very first home, I sold for sale by owner. I thought I wanted to try to save money. And in reality, it wasn't a nightmare or anything like that, but we 100% got to the closing table and didn't really understand what was going on. There was way too many moving parts. We wanted to not sell it because it wasn't the deal that we thought we had signed because we didn't understand the contract. And so here's what I tell people. Selling your house for sale by owner is a great idea if you want to become a real estate agent because you get to learn on yourself. Instead of learning on a client, you can make the mistakes and it can cost you money instead of costing your clients money when it's your first sale or you don't really understand the contract. So that's number one. The advantage of for sale by owner is you control everything. You can control all those things. In general, it usually is going to cost you money and it's going to cost you a lot of time. And so I don't recommend it. It also it like raises your percentage of getting sued in a real estate transaction also. So that's for sale by owner. Number two, an auction. We actually bought our second home at an auction where like, give me one, two, like exactly like that, an auction. The advantages of selling your house by auction is it is done. One day you are done. A buyer really can't back out, can't have an inspection. Like it is done when you're done at the auction. The disadvantage is, it doesn't give people a lot of time to make a decision. You have to have a really well qualified buyer because they're taking on the risk. Usually people are putting down 1% of the purchase price or 10% or $10,000. And so it's a lot of risk when it's really just buyers who know what's going on with houses. So it just reduces your market, which you could sell for more because people get excited about a house and they really want to win it. But you also could sell for less. So it's a little bit of you don't know what's happening with the price of it. But it's done in a day if you want it to be done. Number three, an off-market sale. So this is you've hired a real estate agent and they say you don't have to put your house on the market. I have a network of agents and I can get it sold. That's a very valid tool. Here's what you need to know about that. Number one, it's not fully exposed to the market. So you rarely end up getting true market value. Even appraisers know that houses that have sold off market are not exactly comps because you never know what could have happened had the house actually gone on the market. When we did this, I was a real estate agent and I had two under two kids. I had just had a baby. I mean, like months old baby. And I just didn't want to handle showings. So that's the advantage is you're not going to have as many showings. And yeah, I literally had one showing and then that buyer bought the house. I know now 100%. I knew then, actually, I could have gotten more for the house if I had put it on the market, exposed it to the market, but I wanted the convenience. It's also easier on the real estate agent who's involved because they're not having to put together all the photos necessarily, or they're not having to handle, all the negotiations or all the follow-up or all the marketing. But it's a huge time savings. It just may cost you money in the end. And then number four, the traditional sale. That costs you more time and inconvenience sometimes, but it's how you know you've netted the most amount of money on the sale of your home. So I've done it all the different ways. I wouldn't change some of those because, again, on that for sale by owner deal, I learned so much and my clients were better off because I had, made mistakes on my own money and not with my clients' money. I loved the auction. Auctions are so fun. I was glad that I sold that house off market because of the babies. And I just could not get my house to go on the market and stay there. And then I'm also glad that I have netted the most money possible and gotten houses looking really sharp so that I netted the most money. So it's not that one is right or wrong. You just need to understand, what are you actually giving up when you choose one of those sale options.